Hi, everybody. I'm going to talk about this. This is a serious topic because I know a lot of people got the package HIV, different incurables, and it's sad. And it's due to a lot of intimate immorality. And some of us, some people, not me, some people got it and they wasn't immoral. They got with a partner and people hiding what they do have doors open to different various relationship behind your back, and that's why cheating hurts a lot of people, and you feel bad, but they can't. We are in a time where they have medication to keep your T cells up and keep you somewhat healthy, and we living in a society where people losing their jobs, the system is shutting down, they don't have health care, can't afford health care even if they working because they don't pay enough. And these people got the package. I have to keep myself from crying because it's so bad. So many people, young people. It ain't just drug addicts and the alphabet crew, and even if part of the alphabet crew. That don't mean you don't love them. Their actions gave them a hard pill to swallow. You have mixed reviews because you can't trust people. It's a shame you go on a date, you have to go, well, let's go down to the health department. I mean, that's what it's come down to. And I guess God is serious about his word, about being married, which I believe everything the Bible says. I know his word is true. He the most high. I can't overthrow him. You can't overthrow him. None of us can overthrow him. All of us on the same accord can't overthrow him. Okay? And I ain't trying to fight. I pick my battles. I ain't trying to fight a battle I'm going to lose. I tell people, I'm not going to fight a battle I'm going to lose. It's just foolishness to me. I don't want to beat down. I'm no match. Okay? And if I was, I believe in love. I believe that you should do it together. I don't like a whole lot of personalities in my room, okay? In my decision making. I always feel that less is best, okay? I believe there should be support, should be massively if you're a Christian, because you're all supposed to be on the same accord, according to his word, meaning doing things God's way, you know. But I look at the situation, I've been telling people for years, I said, y'all try to make this a racial battle. And yes, we have some foolish people that operate in prejudice, but this is really against the rich against the poor. And then they go into the middle class. Because, see, the flesh is never satisfied. They had us in bondage. They don't see us nothing but mere sacrifice. It's just a massive ritual. Okay? They got to feed their demons. You think the government couldn't kept these different drugs out? You can't trust nothing and nobody. And now that they cracking down, everybody got a problem with the president. But then it's still so many issues. These people are homeless. They live in states where it be below zero. They're not gonna survive. They children, people sleeping in their cars. Section 8. I mean, if this movement was gonna happen, I felt it should have happened in the summertime. So at least they won't be out here and died and go pressing. There's a lot of jobs that got posted that they're not hiring you. A lot of these jobs, they'll tell you you're overqualified. You went to college, you overqualified. But a lot of people thought their life was so secure and got all this experience. Companies laying them off by the thousands. And guess what? All they're going to do is establish another company in another name. And if you have all that experience, that means they got to give you more money. They're not going to hire you. So they still going to have to train somebody. People are discouraged from going to school. Can't afford to go to school and work. And they have children. A lot of bad situations. Don't mean they're evil people. Just in bad situations. And then not only did they stop the EBT, they was already giving the elderly little money, but then a lot of family and churches been giving out food boxes. And like me, I may pick up a couple of food boxes and deliver it to a couple of my clients that's elderly. And because I want to see them eat, I have made and gave out a lot of food baskets. And when I say lots, over 20 in a month. I've been feeding people, clothing people, buying people children school clothes. I have done a lot for the community and for the poor. And God said that poor will always be with you. I have watched people, children, wasn't paid. They got up on their feet. Boom. They didn't even care. They didn't even say, well, I want to thank you so much and just gave me $100 card. If you watch somebody's kids and they got 4 and 5 kids for over 6 months, you worth $100. Even if you don't ask for it. But common sense tell you, you bless those who've been blessing you. But we got a lot of takers in the world. And God is dealing with them now. Because you got to give in order to receive. And now since the enemy them deceive them, they think they can ride off of everybody and hustle everybody. They being locked up one by one, losing everything. That formula don't work. Because we got to serve a God, the Most High. He don't care saved or unsaved. You still got to line up with this word. You may not have to choose Jesus, but you still got to line up with this word. And there's a lot of spiritual laws that being broken. You have to give in order to receive. And he said, if you give a little or sparingly, you will receive a little or receive sparingly. If you give much, he will bless you with much. And a lot of Christians that was carrying their people all this dead weight, God cutting that off. He's not receiving it. He's not accepting it. He said in his word, every man got to bear their own cross. Only time he accepts stuff like this, if you caring for your children or you reaching back to your elderly parents that can't do something for themselves, but it's not their spiritual work. Or you caring for your spouse. But God not accepting all of this stuff. Now in the devil's kingdom, they all linked up together and all doing, I'll say, that's a hot mess. Looking like a big bowl of phlegm, poop, and vomit. Okay? And it ain't good for nothing. That ain't good for nothing. I'm just telling people, because a lot of people's in too deep. And I remember years ago before COVID came out, I told you I was a prophetess and I'd be on the line. And I posted, all I see is death, and more death. I seen this year before Trump, I said, everybody said they was voting for Kamala Harris. I said, well, I really didn't want to vote for her because I don't believe in a lot of stuff she stand for. And she presented herself and was proven to be an out cold liar. I knew who Trump was. Okay, he done served before, but I prayed and asked God, and God told me, he said, Trump is going to win. And I looked at people, I said, well, no matter what you say or do, Trump gonna win. Everybody's smiling, I'm finna go through that. Just about everybody said they was voting for Kamala, voted for Trump. Now everybody want to complain because they uncomfortable. They uncomfortable because he said able bodies got to get up and go to work, and he ain't playing with them. They sitting around looking stupid because they got all them children. Don't nobody want to babysit all them bad children. Children can't read. Yeah, judgment is on the land. People getting these apartments. These landlords see that these people losing their jobs and they didn't raise their rent. They're not trying to let you rent. And even though they say no rent, no discrimination, trust me. You have all them kids, you told the landlord and they want to know all them kids who's going to be in their house. Guess what? They're not going to rent that property to you. No matter what you say. It's not. You got to list all them people on your lease when you renting. Neighbors report or call them and tell them that you got more than what you say is on the list. They may come out. They have a right to evict you, which I feel is wrong. I feel families should be able to help family and friends in time of need if their friends get put out. I feel they should be able to come in and help on that rent too. Save up, be there, okay? But it's not my property. I've been a landlord before. You try to help people, the people you try to help do you the worst. But then you look how bad things are out here, and they haven't raised these children, they haven't raised them in the word, and they have no conscience. And everybody on the beat and hustling, not everybody, because there's a lot of us that's still good and true to the game. I just tell people, I hear about some of the stuff people doing for money, but that's not what this video is about. I'm talking about the tragedy and the judgment on the land and all these STDs. If they shutting down the system, and a lot of people have Medicaid and have to get another primary care doctor, and they don't qualify for the system and they cut off and they can't get a job, who's going to pay for their incurable STDs medication? There's going to be a lot of people who won't break it down, and then they homeless and in a cold state. But if they was in a hot state, what are we going to do? I don't know what to say. Maybe y'all have some ideas. Just leave a comment. Let me know. What can we do? And then they want to take homeless people and lock them up. And then when the jails get full because they laid off thousands of people, then they want to tell them they bought an RV, which is a motorized home, that they don't have the right to live in their home, motorized home. And I understand some of them RVs are in bad shape and they gonna have to get them cracks and different things, and they got children. But where they gonna go? They can't go to the storage units because y'all don't want them there. They can't live on the sidewalk. Y'all don't want them there. The jails are overcrowded, so they can't go there. Where they're going? They don't have a job, don't have transportation to get to a job, because a lot of jobs is way out in good neighborhoods, but then in the poverty stricken neighborhoods, and I ain't saying raggedy, but they're not part of those gated communities. Where they gonna go? They can't afford it. If y'all have some ideas, just let me know. But remember, this battle is not against different racial cultures, even if some people have bad old attitudes and are prejudiced. This battle war that we're going through is the rich against the lower middle class and poor. And it's been like that for years. Now, all these people that depended on them that was poor and fought to stay poor to keep Section 8 and EBT and Medicaid, and they being cut off, you let your enemy embrace you. and became vulnerable, it's like you hugged a snake and it turned around and bit you. Now you crying, it's poisonous. And can't nobody save you. Because outside of that, a lot of these people, man, they got them trees habits and other substance abuse habits that don't nobody want them in their house. The children can't stay on the street, so I guess they all gonna be in foster care. Who gonna check up on these children with all this child trafficking? And when they're doing a demonic ritual, it has to be sacrifice, and they're doing human sacrifices, and all these people is a massive ritual. All I can say is like, share, and subscribe. Y'all leave a comment. We're going to make it prayer time. I'm going to set up some fast. Y'all can go on a fast with me or not. But I don't even know what to say, but it breaks my heart to think about all of this. Bye. I'm that girl goddess.